Howdy do, friends. Welcome back to another CivOps gear review, reviewing all of the EDC gear for everyone from the discerning civilian all the way up to the experienced operator. Today, I'm going to do a quick unboxing video for you, and we'll see how the condition of this new knife goes. And it might become a disassembly video. Let's see. I picked up something finally that I think a lot of people have been looking at for a long time, but I don't know a lot of people who actually have it. I've been looking at it for a long time. This is not really a new knife at all. This has been out a long time. This is the Boker Exskelibur, spelled in a weird way because Skelton, one of the designers, included his name in there. So let's have a quick look at the Boker Exskelibur in cocobolo wood with Damascus steel. A lot of things I already know about this knife because I've seen it. This is my first time handling one. Right off the bat, I can see that the centering is a little off. So this might become a little disassembly video. There's also a little speck right there, but that's okay. We'll work with this. It's not too terribly off. Boy, it's lighter than I anticipated. Just about 3 ounces, a little bit over 3 ounces, with a 3.5 inch blade. This particular one has cocobolo scales with Damascus steel, Damascus blade. And let's see, 57 layers Damascus steel. And kind of like that Damascus pattern. It's interesting. It's kind of cool. The cocobolo feels good. I definitely like, off the bat, I definitely like the blue anodized liners and clip. Those are an interesting look going with the cocobolo and Damascus. I could see them very easily having just gone with a plain steel and kept it all kind of silver looking, but they went with blue. Okay, interesting, cool. Let's see. It's got a really nice feel to it. Certainly it's got a nice feel to it. I like the ergos, not bad. I'm going to have to switch this clip. Ooh, interesting. The clip, look at that. The clip uses Phillips head screws instead of, let's see, yeah, the rest of the body uses Torx. There is Torx on the pivot. Interesting, Phillips head screws on the clip. Huh, okay, not positive how I feel about that, but okay, we can work with that. I'm going to definitely have to move the clip back to the other side here so that it carries tip up instead of currently tip down. Can't switch it over to the other side, so lefties, you're out of luck, I'm sorry to say. Got a nice loose blade. I wonder if I can fix the centering by tightening up that pivot just a touch. Let's see if you can see it is noticeably off center, but not terribly. It's not like one of the sides is grinding or anything like that. So let's see, there's no nick to open the blade, so I'm thinking probably that jimping up on top for a front flip like that is going to be the best way to open this. Of course, you could always just grab a blade and open it, but without a nick, I feel like that's not intended. So, you know, oh, well, doing it with the thumb, that's probably, that's going to probably be the best way. So the Boker Exskelibur 1, this is the full size with a 3.5 inch blade. There is an Exskelibur 2 with a smaller, I think it's just sub 3 inch blade. So here we go. I finally got my hands on one. You know, I have to say, it feels pretty good. It's very light. Like I said, just over 3 ounces. It is very, very light, pretty thin, and I think it will probably carry very nicely. I'm going to move the clip and adjust the pivot and see what we can do. Stand by for that. Okay, my friends, we're back. I have replaced the clip so that it carries tip up, and I have adjusted the centering. Oh boy, it's really not showing all that well in the camera, but the centering is much, much better. And the only issue is, in order to get the centering right where I wanted it, I had to tighten the pivot to a degree that the action is still fine, but it does not, you know what I'm saying? It's not quite as loose, which could, I guess, be a good thing. The action still feels fine. The knife does not fall closed anymore. There's really no problem in opening it. The front flip still feels plenty fine, but I had to tighten the pivot just so much because what appears to me is going on is that the liner lock is actually pushing on the blade a little bit, as liner locks do. But oftentimes the tolerances on the blade pivot keep that liner lock from affecting anything. But in this case, the liner lock is putting a lot of pressure on the blade to one side. I had to tighten the pivot to such a degree. Let's see how the lockup is. Lockup actually feels good. There's really no side-to-side play. Up and down obviously is great. So I'm pretty happy with it now. I think it's going to carry better that I've adjusted the clip, and the centering's pretty good. I still like the action. I'm loving on the ergos, especially with the clip moved to the rear. That is actually pretty cool. There you go, guys. The Boker Exskelibur, a very cool, carry-friendly EDC blade. Of course, you can get it, as many of you know, with everything from different kind of woods, ivory woods, titanium scales. I think the titanium is going to be hard to find these days. Different sorts of scales. You can also get it with plain 440C steel blades. I chose the Damascus. I like the Damascus and wood look. So there you go. If you want to have a closer look at it, make sure you follow me on Instagram at CivOps Gear. Thank you guys. See you soon.